heading into the State House for a morning news conference with the Princeton-based Coalition for Peace Action. Their goal is to instill voter confidence in advance of New Jersey's early presidential primary coming up in just 3 weeks. So let's go take a look.
Reverend Bob Moore, I'm Executive Director of the Coalition for Peace Action. 3.5 years ago, we started to engage with the issue of verified voting because we had no confidence that New Jersey's electronic voting machines would be reliable. So there was no paper backup on any of them, and there were no audits of them. And so we had very low confidence that they would be accurate. We started a second track in 2005, which was a legislative track. And the good news is we had some success in that regard. And the state legislature passed, and Acting Governor Cody signed a bill that mandated verified voting for every vote cast in New Jersey as of January 1st, 2008. New Jersey, for the first time since 1972, will have an actual say in the presidential choice this year, in 2008, this election year. So that was one reason that January 1st was chosen, is to try to make sure that as we go to the polls on February 5th, that our votes would be counted in a way that we could have high confidence in.
Despite all of our efforts, both legislatively and legally, the Attorney General has still won a 5-month deadline extension so that we will not have voter-verified paper ballots for our February 5th election. We have decided to take action by asking the Attorney General to make available emergency paper ballots at all of the polls for anyone, any voter, who desires to vote on a paper ballot. The audit bill, as you heard, is being considered by the governor right now. Paper ballot, which has been verified by the voter, plus an audit, will lead to a secure election.
I've been working on the national scene for the same thing. Legislation is still pending in Congress that would give every voter a verifiable vote so that the voter herself or himself can verify that it is recorded properly. And legislation that would also require an audit in all federal elections. Not just to restore voter confidence, although that's critically important, but to make sure we get the right answer. This week, I will introduce in the House of Representatives emergency legislation for the 2008 general election nationwide that would reimburse paperless jurisdictions, states and counties, for voluntarily converting to paper ballot voting systems, and or for conducting audits, is provide a paper ballot on demand for each voter who wants it. Now, that's cheap and easy. You don't need to buy a lot of expensive equipment. You already go to the printers with your ballot, so that because you have to print a provisional ballot, you have to print emergency ballots. So to print regular ballots that would be available on demand is easy.